Hey you guys, it's me again. Um, okay, I'm just getting ready to solder some new connections onto my ESC, and the reason why I'm doing so and not using the adapters that I was using is because of the sheer weight. Every time that I would go off a jump or just even accelerate hard, the sheer weight of the adapters with the Traxxas connector is just so heavy that it causes the batteries and the ESC to come unplugged. And it happens way too often. It's driving me nuts. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder some new XT60s onto my Traxxas ESC. And you know what that means. Bye bye Traxxas warranty. So, we're going to do that today, and I'm going to show you how I do it. Um, I'm not the best soldering dude. I just know that when I solder, I like to cake it on there and make sure it will hold and have a good connection, and I don't really care what it looks like. So we're going to see how it turns out. Wish me luck, everyone, and I hope this helps you a little bit. And as you guys can see, I made a little diagram last night just to make sure that I do it correctly, because last time I messed up, and it wasn't that I put the wires on backwards, it was that I put it on the female connector instead of the male. So this time I know I have my two females. I have my ESC, which has the old connectors on it, and look, you could see I definitely need to replace them because they're starting to rub and bash around and wear out. So I'm going to replace those today, and I'm going to be using this picture that I drew last night. It's not the best picture. I'm not calling myself an artist or anything. This is purely for reference. So I'm going to be doing it like that, and I know it's correct because I did it off the factory, the stock connectors. All this is just a little adapter on each side with some heat shrink tape, and this came from the factory just like that. Well, not ruined, not wore out, but you know what I'm saying. So yes, I'm going to be replacing this big old bulky thing with these little connectors on each side, and I think it's going to stop the battery from unplugging. So hopefully this isn't all for nothing. We'll see. I'm almost positive that it's going to work. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and heat the soldering iron up, because this takes a little bit to warm up. The old trusty soldering iron. Alright, so that's heating up. So what we're going to do is let's just do one at a time. I'm literally going to do one at a time, so we'll put this over there. Thought I heard it shaking, but it's just my fingers. Okay. Alright, so this is definitely worn out right there, so I'm definitely going to cut it a little bit below that. Here we go. Bye bye Traxxas warranty. There it is. There's one of them. And the reason why I'm doing one at a time is just so I don't get confused. Discombobulated. Oh. And probably want to do the other side of this because it really helped last time. But unfortunately I don't have another side. That is definitely unfortunate because I hope it doesn't melt these pieces. I really, really hope so. I'm going to try to do it fast this time. Oh yeah, and I need to strip these wires. stripped one so far. Alright, I know I need to coat the wire first. I know this is probably killing you guys just because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Alright, got the solder. Yep, plenty hot enough. Alright, got one side done. I know it doesn't look pretty. Alright, got the second side done. Now, this is the scary part. And the reason why it's so scary is because it can get too hot and melt the plastic. Alright, so to make sure we're doing it on the right side, so the positive goes to the positive. Alright, and you see how I put the heat shrink wrap on before I started. Don't forget to put the heat shrink wrap on, you guys. That's exactly what I did. Second, XT60, female XT60. Man, I drank too much coffee this morning. Remind me not to drink coffee before soldering, because I am shaking. Forgot to put on heat shrink wrap again. I am really good at forgetting that, I'll tell you that. coffee before soldering. I am way too shaky. I know it's not pretty, you guys, but it's solid. Like, that shouldn't go anywhere. Alright, you guys. Here it is. Here's the final product. It is definitely messy. Now I just put a little tiny bit of shoe glue in that gap right there. See if that'll help. Let that dry. Alright, you guys. That's about it. I'm pretty much done. Now I'm just waiting for it to dry, and then I'm going to install it back on my Revo. There's the end product. Don't mind the black, it's just the char from the lighter. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.